An appeals court has ordered a venture capital firm that provides grants to black women entrepreneurs to pause grant applications after a federal judge shut down a request by an activist, let's say, on a rampage against affirmative action. According to the news, the 11th Circuit is a court of appeals in Atlanta. It's ordered the Fearless Fund to pause grant applications on September 30th, while the federal lawsuit filed by conservative activist Edward Blum is pending. Now, this is the same guy that was tied with ending affirmative action, in college admissions. So now he's, as we reported before, he's going after black women, taking their money to support black women in business. Now, Bloom and his nonprofit American Alliance for Equal Rights claim that the Fearless Fund discriminates against white people. Bloom claims in his lawsuit that the fund violates the Civil Rights Act of 1866 because it only eligible for women of color. The Fearless Fund was created by Arian Simone, Ayanna Parsons, and the Cosby Show actress Keisha Knight Pulliam, and it is the first venture capital fund for women of color by women of color. The firm grants eligible women and business owners $20,000 in seed funding and growth finance. And the American Alliance for Equal Rights filed an emergency motion in the U.S. District. Judge Thomas Thrash denied their request for an injunction to stop grants on September 26th. A three-judge panel with the 11th Circuit overturned the ruling 2-1. Now, two of the judges who agreed with Bloom called the Fearless Fund racially exclusionary. Another 11th Circuit panel will now rule whether the injunction that blocks the grants will remain in place as the case is being litigated at the district court level. It said the plaintiffs, have established an irreparable injury. According to the rulings, the Fearless Fund released a statement following a 2-1 decision, noting they disagree with the rulings. We strongly disagree with the decision and remain resolute in our mission and commitment to address the unacceptable disparities that exist for black women and other women of color in the venture capital space. One of the attorneys for the Fearless Fund, Alfonso David, also shared a statement following the ruling. We respectfully disagree. With this court's decision. Appreciate the importance points raised by the dissent and look forward to further appellate review. We remain committed to defending the meaningful work of our clients. The Fearless Fund is also represented by civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, Gibson, Dunn and Crutcher, and the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. The firm provides grants for businesses that are at least 51% black owned. With a mission to close the gap in venture capital funding for black women and women of color. Less than 1% of the total venture capital funding raised by companies in the United States in 2018 was allocated for businesses founded by women of color. I don't like that women of color word. I like people to say who you're talking about. And Bloom is also the founder of the group that filed opposing affirmative action policies at Harvard and the University of North Carolina. Students for Fair Admissions. Of course, we know that they ruled against that. We talked about that, earlier. Now, this is the thing. This is why you need to do it based on lineage. See why lineage is important? See, they say race in the Civil Rights Act and all of that, but they don't say lineage. So what you have to do is this: restart your firm, but do it based on lineage. Say, this is for the descendants of American slaves. Don't use no term with the color black. Don't say anything. Just say descendants of slaves. In order to be, not only you put in your application, you have to prove that your family member is a descendant of American slaves. You can show people how to do it through different avenues. I know Ancestry, real quick through Ancestry, I found my great grandmother and grandfather who were slaves. Yes, my great, not my great. Okay. So if you do it based on lineage, what Edward gonna do? Nothing. And if he still try to find a way, then you can do this route. Go establish the Fearless Fund in an African country. Establish it there. It becomes an African business at that point, and that you're being awarded these funds out of the African country. You're not being awarded these funds out of America. Or you could select the people and you could send them to the African country, do an event, award them with what you want to award them with, and they can come on back home to America. Oh, it's all kind of ways to skin a cat. And say, what are you gonna do? Go over there to an African country and try to sue them? Good luck with that one. See, this is why y'all have to be connected to Africa, folks. This is why. Because when they pull stunts like that, oh, you can go over there and do something. See, thank God I'm connected over there. And a lot of you need to be connected. See, when you pigeonhole yourself just to one country, America, you dealing with the Edward Blums, but outside of America, well, what he gonna do? The only thing that you have to do is report to the IRS what you're doing. That's it. You don't have to worry about him going over there to no African country doing you a freaking thing. But let me know what you think about this. Like I said, this take that, oh, we need to fight. We ain't got to go way over there. Yes, you do. Sometimes you need to expand your freaking options. And I'm talking to black people who get it. Let me not say something else. Who get it. Expand your options globally. Do not pigeonhole yourself. I've told y'all 3 things that black people should have: a passport, a driver's license, and a voter registration card. So you can have options to do a whole lot of things. Voter registration, so you can move politically and participate in votes if you want to, right? Driver's license, you need some sort of ID. You need to move your car here and there and go wherever you need to go. A passport, so you can go in and out the country anytime you get good and ready. You should not be held back on any kind of movement that you need to do globally or locally. So that's something y'all need to think about. When the white supremacists come like that, take your stuff to Africa.